Hi, good day, everyone. Today we're going to present about assignment on occupational safety and health, which is a contribute for assignment 2, and introduce our team members, where Mirjala Nantufayil Mali and me, myself, Rizalni Anabimba Krishnan, and Siti Fatih, Nabila Binti Ahmad Rama, and followed by Gul Sindraw.
Thank you, Visha. Now I'm going to talk about introduction, and there's 4 points for this introduction. First is definition of occupational safety and health. It is importance in managing workplace hazards. And next is legal framework, which is the Occupational Safety and Health Act 1994, Act 514 in Malaysia. And third is key tools. It is called HIRAC, which is the short form of hazard identification, risk assessment, and risk control. Last is AIMS. The AIMS is to identify hazards, assess risks, and suggest control measures in Electrical Workshop 1 in UNIMAP.
For our case study, name of laboratory or workshop is conducted at the Electrical Workshop 1 at the Tibet building, Green building in UNIMAP. Function of lab workshop, which is the lab is primarily used for hands-on training and practical session related to electrical engineering. It serves a space for students to learn in practical electrical wires, circuit design, and troubleshooting. It is also used for testing, assembling electrical component. And named person in charge is Inji Raza, where he's a technician. Subject that used in the workshop is mostly like a diploma electrical engineering and related vocational courses. Equipment available such as like a bending machine, electrical tools, and so on. And capacity for the workshop, maximum capacity of is 50 people. Hazard classification from high hazard to medium hazard, and from to low hazards. Thank you. Hi, I'm Vizalini Krishnan. So I'll be presenting a hazard one short circuit in electrical wiring, a key safety concern in electrical workshop 1 at UNIMAP. So this hazard arises from issues like damage wiring, exposed wires, and faulty electrical components such as DB box. The risk is heightened when inexperienced students handle electrical tasks without proper precautions. And materials we got from hazard 1 is wire cables, switch fuse connection damage, wrong type, and exposed wire, and equipment, DB box with improper wiring, and hand tools contacting live wires. And for the risk assessment, the likelihood of this hazard is moderate to high due to complexity of task and multiple user severity is high, as it can lead to fires, electrical shock, or even fatalities, making the overall risk moderate to risk control and measure. For this part, we control the risk through elimination, which remove faulty components and ensure qualified supervision. And second is engineering control, install circuit breakers and safety barriers and PPE. Ensure the use of curve, googles, and non-productive repair. Fourth is training, which like on the ongoing safety training, all for all involved. For discussion and comment, in conclusion, short circuits are serious but preventable hazard. By implementing these safety measures, engineering controls, PPE, and training, we can reduce the risk significantly and create a safer learning environment. A strong safety culture combined with regular check will ensure that electrical workshop remains safe space for everyone. Thank you.
Salam sejahtera and very good day. For Azatru, the source of danger is using the vending machine without wearing proper personal protective equipment or PPE, like gloves, safety shoes, or secure clothing. This hazard happens when the operator's hands get too close to the moving parts of the machine. Without gloves, fingers can be pinched, crushed, or cut. If safety shoes are not worn, drop metal pieces or tools can injure the feet. Loose clothing or untied hair may also get caught in the machine, causing serious injuries too. In this slide, we see the risk control and the discussion and the comment. The overall risk is high because injuries can be severe, especially if users are untrained or ignore safety steps. To control this, we can install safety cards and emergency stop buttons. Training must be given, SOPs should be displayed, and only trained users should operate the machine. Most importantly, users must always wear PPE, like that gloves, safety shoes, and secure their clothes and their hair. In conclusion, PPE is not just for show, it protects us from real dangers. When combined with training and engineering controls, it helps create a safer working environment for everyone.
Now we talk about hazard 3, which is improper use of tools. First is equipment use. We have hand tools and bending machine for hand tools. We have screwdrivers, pliers, pipe cutters, wire strippers, and hacksaws and the others. For source of hazards, we also can divide into two, which is hand tools and bending machines. For hand tools, we have 4 points, which is improper tool use, such as using a screwdriver to pry. Next is working with tools that are damaged or worn out. Third is lack of training or awareness of proper tool use. And the last is absence of PPE or non-compliance with SOPs. For bending machines, we have 5 points. First is using the wrong pipe types or size for the machine. Next is applying uneven or excessive force. Third is operating the machine without understanding its mechanical limits. Fourth is absence of proper safety features or guards, and the last is inadequate training or supervision. And next is how the hazard will occur. We also divided two. For hand tools, we have 3 points which accidents with sharp tools can lead to punctures or cuts. And next is employing the incorrect tool for a job may cause tool damage and personal injury. Last is if tired or not concentrating will increase the risk of mishandling occurring. For a bending machine, we have 4 points. First is pipe not properly aligned or pipe not properly screwed may result in slippage. Next is excessive speed or force can cause pipe recoil or machine damage. Third is crunches or pinches at pinch points if hands or fingers near it. The last is pipes or machine parts that break and spill debris can also cause eye injuries. This slide is talk about the risk assessment for hazard tree, which is improper use of tools. We also divide the tools, which is hand tools and bending machines. For hand tools, the first likelihood of occurrence is medium, which occur misuse or wrong choice of tools may happen because of lack of training or awareness. And next is severity of hazard, it is medium. The point is can result in cuts, punctures, or repetitive strange injuries. And then the last is overall risk level, which is high. And the point is needs urgent attention and measures for its control. If for bending machine, the likelihood of occurrence is medium too, which occur occasional due to human error and lack of training. Next is severity of hazard. For bending machine is high, which can result in serious injuries such as fractures, amputations, or permanent body harm. And the last for the overall risk is also high, which need immediate intervention and control measures. This slide is to talk about the risk, control, and discussion for hazard tree. First, we talk about risk control. There is 6 points of risk control for this hazard. First is elimination. By removing the bending machine from high-risk area and redesign workflow to minimize the high-risk tool use. Next is substitution. By using ergonomically designed tools and using flexible piping materials or modular pipe system that require minimal or no bending during installation. Third is engineering control. To install physical guards around pinch points and moving parts, employing automatic switch-off mechanisms for misapplication of force, and labeling the controls clearly. Fourth is administrative control. Establish standard operating procedures, which is SOPs, provide regular training and refreshers, and posting warning signs and instructional posters around the equipment. 5 is personal protective equipment, PPE. We should use safety gloves, safety shoes, and safety goggles. The safety gloves is to avoid pinches and chopping. Safety shoes is to protect against drop tools or pipes to the feet. And safety goggles is to safeguard eyes from flying debris. And the last point is supervision and monitoring. To assign trained supervisors for oversight, regular checks on safety practices, and implement near-miss reporting system. And next, we should like to talk about discussion and comment for hazard 3. Improper tool use, especially for the bending machine, is a common and serious hazard. Hand tools may appear safe but can also cause severe injuries if misused. The bending machine's powerful leverage increases the risk of crash or amputation injuries. A multi-layered safety strategy involving engineering controls, administrative controls, PPE, and active supervision is critical. Above all, cultivating a safety-first culture rooted in accountability and continuous learning is the most effective safeguard.
Okay, for hazard 4 is overload current at DB. Source of hazard, source undersized cable or excessive load connected to DB. Cable too small or too many device drawing a power. How it happen? Heat building meets installation, short circuit or fire. Excessive current cause overheating and damage. For risk assessment is a moderate height and happen easily without proper inspection. For severity, height and shock for fires can cause serious injury or property, and then risk level is high. Next is for risk control overload current is install MCB fuse to cut off excess current. Is automatically stop power during overload. And second, use cable size to current rating JKR or MSIEC. And ensure cable can handle expected current. And third is conduct routine inspection and train user. detect issue early and prevent improper usage. And lastly is a wear PPE, for example glove or shoes, and protect workers from electrical hazard. For discussion and comment, overload current is first, overload is preventable with proper design, and circuit protection and correct cable are critical. Third, follow standard to avoid hazard, and fourth, raise awareness to electrical users. Next. So for hazard 5 is electrical shock for exposed connection. And then source of hazard is exposed terminal or damaged tracking. For example, live part not covered or protected. For how it happen, touching live conductor accidentally. For example, user may come in contact unknowingly. And then for risk assessment, for likelihood is high, and for example, common if wiring is poorly maintained, and severity is high injured or dead. So for example, the electrical shock and can be fatal. This level dia can be high lah. Okay, next. Okay, for this control electrical shock is first close all trunking and terminal sequentially. For example, prevent access to live wire. And second, replace damaged component and keep the system safe and reliable. For third is regular visual inspection, use SOP. Detect and fix risk early. And lastly, detect and fix risk early ni like protect worker during electrical tasks. Okay, next. Okay, for discussion and comment is electrical shock, common cause of electrical accident, often due to poor installation or neglect, and must enclose terminal and connection. And for last, use PPE and promote electrical safety training. That's all about my slide, and thank you. I pass to my friends.
This project plays an important role in improving safety and health awareness in both educational and workplace environments. It highlights key hazards like short circuit, tool misuse, overload current, lack of PPA, and exposed terminals. By understanding these risks, students and technicians are better prepared to work safely, which reduces accidents and promotes a safety environment. It also shows how safety awareness creates a positive impact on society by shaping responsible and competent future engineers. When user flow risk control steps and wear PPE is not to protect them, but also reduce their burden on healthcare system and improves overall productivity. From the environment side, this project encourages proper maintenance and safe use of electrical system. This reduces fire risk, equipment damage, and electrical risks. In conclusion, this project supports a safer, greener, and more responsible learning and working culture for everyone. Thank you.
And the last thing I will talk for the presentation is conclusion. There is 3 points for this conclusion. First is need of hierarchy, which is essential for minimizing risk in technical environments. Next is ongoing training, the importance of continuous safety training and compliance with standards. And the last is goal, which develop a culture of safety and responsibility among the students. And that's all for the presentation. Thank you.
Jadi, ini bending.
Bending je.
Bending.
Bending machine.
Bending machine.
So kegunaannya untuk
Kegunaannya untuk bend bengkok sampai inilah ini dia bahagian adalah untuk nak dapatkan sudut tu. Besi tu akan dimasukkan di sini ke bawah ni tu dia sebatang panjang kita akan tekan.
oh so material tu pipe PVC tu.
Pipe GI.
GI.
Kami iron.
GI.
Dia kalau plastik yang PVC tu kita akan guna spring. Kita tak guna yang ni. Yang ni hanya berkait untuk yang besi ataupun yang berkait dengan metal lah. Macam tu pipe yang oren tu itu pipe besi. Dia ada 2 pipe untuk wiring. Satu PVC, satu GI. Kalau yang PVC ni nombor dia warna putih. Kecuali yang GI ni sama ada warna kelabu ataupun warna oren.
Dah tak. So hazard